Larry, so I noticed, I saw you posted about this show today. So it looks like we got some fellow libertarians in here. But, much like a lot of these guys that end up going through the system, they don't know what they know now until they're going through it, right? So they hear you say something about the government's making money off of these guys going through family court. A lot of people don't know about Title 4D or Section 8 and all these other
Yes.
incentives, the CPS incentives. Could you explain to them some of those incentives so that they can understand what we're talking about?
I'll give you the two big ones. The federal government literally gives money to the state for taking children away. So the federal government makes cash. So they take kids, they get cash. Well, do they actually do a better job with the kids? The statistics would say no, they don't. So that money is not going to the kids. I mean, in theory, it is. It's not. It's going to administrators, bloated bureaucracies, government jobs, handouts, the general fund. It's going to all those things. So because of that, that becomes part of the budget. So literally, taking kids becomes part of a state budget. And I know people, your minds being blown. This is reality. Taking children is a budget line item. So if they don't take enough children, then the budget doesn't get enough money. This is just like, imagine cops having to get parking tickets, right?
Yep.
Well, why aren't you getting tickets? Well, people aren't speeding. We better load a speed limit. We got a budget to fill. I'm not joking. That happens.
Yes.
So let's take the speed limit from 30 to 25, make some speed traps. We got a budget. So they're literally at some state level going, how come we aren't taking kids? We got a budget to fill, guy. Take some kids. Think about how horrible that is. But that's piece one for your children. Well, if you don't have kids, doesn't matter. Every time if you notice now, you don't give a check directly to the mom anymore, right? You don't write the check to the mom anymore. Now it goes to the state. The state takes the money to monitor, to help you because the state cares about you. Well, there's an admin fee for that, which means the state now basically is a credit card company. It's taking a percentage of the dollars you put to the state, and that goes in the budget. That's now a budget line item. So wait a minute, we don't have enough money. Well, you better start getting guys to pay more money, or we got a budget. So literally, your misery is part of the budget of New York State. And I'm sure it's other states too. I know New York very well, but I'm sure it's other states, right? So that's happening. And you think, well, the judge has to care or the system has to care about my kids. The system does not care about you or your kids at all.
Money.
At all. And you might think that's mean. It's not mean. It's apathetic. And there's a difference. The system isn't trying to hurt you. It just doesn't care at all. If you accept that as true, change the system to where the incentives are positive and you will get positive outcomes. The system doesn't care, right? It's not like it's a mean system, burn it down. The system's neutral. Fix the system, better outcomes, which is why I'm talking about how you fix the system. Judges are responding to incentives. Every judge isn't just a bad person. I mean, some really are, but the system sets them up to be tyrants. So they are, right? Absolute power corrupts absolutely, and they have absolute power. Take that power away with a rating system and now being able to be shown publicly. The power goes away, the tyrants go away. Better system, better outcomes, right? Perjury, lying has become the norm. Well, make lying punishable. People will stop lying. Change the system, better outcomes, right? Make the key about the kids, excuse me, going with the parents. Make that the number one thing so that now a judge will be asked, why didn't you put the kid with kin? Well, I was worried. What's your priority in writing? Your priority in writing is kid with kin. Do so. Not just that. Cap how much money any state can get from any government money that comes in. Cap it, right? So say, I'm making it up. Say the a local municipality or state can only get several $1,000s from any of the money coming in from the credit card, right? That's it. So there's now no incentive to go any higher. Take your admin fee to run it, whatever the thing is, but you cap it. So there's no incentive to keep hammering people because that money now is go back to the people or back to something else, or you give it back to the mom or the dad. So now that's more work for the system. The system doesn't want that. The system only wants that max. That's it. So you cap it. You cap what comes from the federal government. Yeah, you can take money from the federal government to help run the CBS program. It's capped at this. No incentive. If there's no incentive, the system will change. This is how you actually change the system to make it better and fairer for everybody.